Welcome back to Broncos and Parts Garage. My name's Chris. If you're new to the channel, please stick around to the end of the video. I always give a brief summary about what we've accomplished, and I throw in a few tips or tricks. Today's video is all about removing the steering wheel if you're going to replace your steering wheel. We're going to go step-by-step detailed instructions to get it done. The first thing you'll want to do is disconnect your battery cables from your battery and de-energize your vehicle. You'll want to start with your negative cable, followed by the positive cable. When you reinstall it, you want to start with the positive, end with the negative. Let's get started. After you've disconnected your battery, you'll want to remove 4 10mm bolts on the back side of your airbag base. There's one here, here, and 2 more on the other side. Let's get those taken out. Gives you an idea what you're looking at. There's 3 more of these. Once you've removed the 4 retaining nuts from the back side of your steering wheel, gently slide the airbag out. There'll be a yellow harness connected to your clock spring. You want to be careful with that. We're going to disconnect it right now. So you pull it out gently, cock it to the side. This harness is very simple. You just press the tab on the side going down the center of your column and just lift up and it pops apart. It's very simple. It goes in here. This will stay with the wheel. Let's set this aside for right now. The next step involved in removing your steering wheel will be disconnecting your horn and cruise control buttons if your truck's equipped. If you notice, there's a tiny spring clip holding the connector in place. It's just a matter of pulling this off the steering wheel frame. Once it's apart, to get this connection apart, there's a little clip right there. You'll pull that back and pull it apart. You'll take the clip, just pry back the tab, just like a normal connector, and pull it apart. These 2 remain with the column when you pull the steering wheel off. The next step is to take your 15mm socket, put it on a 6-inch extension, and let's remove this retaining bolt. We'll set this aside. Thanks for watching the video this far. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd appreciate it. To recap, we've got the airbag removed, we've got the harnesses disconnected, and we've got the retaining bolt taken out. I'm going to tuck these little harnesses inside the steering wheel right now to clear some room. The next thing you're going to want to do, and you can see I've already done it on the top, is we're going to take a marker and put a witness mark on the steering wheel itself and the shaft. That way, if you reinstall this wheel, it'll line back up perfectly. You won't have to sit there and clock it, or your alignment won't be off. It really helps. If you're getting a new steering wheel, this isn't that important. So let me get that mark on there right now. And it is kind of hard doing it with one hand. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to mark the shaft. I'm going to come up. We're going to use the bottom one. I did the top 2. That way, when we line this back up, the steering wheel will line up perfectly. My method for removing the steering wheel is pretty primitive, and it's very easy. I don't use any type of puller. I don't use any type of tools. I simply grab it at about 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock and wiggle the steering wheel a few times, and it pops right off. To reinstall the steering wheel, use the same technique. My wheel was turned, so the wheel was upside down. So I'll be putting the wheel on upside down, but you'll still see where the witness marks line up. So let's just reinstall this real quick. We'll push our harnesses back through this hole. And it's just a matter of lining up those witness marks and wiggle the wheel back on. And if you look, the ink is lined up here. The ink is lined up here. You'll grab your 15mm bolt and you'll crank this back down. To finish the job, you'll simply start reconnecting your harnesses, reattaching them where they were. You'll take your airbag harness, you'll plug this back in, a simple click. You'll drop the airbag back in, reattach the 4 retaining bolts. Then you'll go under your hood, you'll attach your positive terminal, then you'll attach your negative terminal, and you're all set. Thanks for sticking around this far in the video. I hope if you're in the process of removing or replacing your steering wheel, this video helps. With regard to the airbag module, these are the techniques that I use, and they might not be the right techniques for you, so please do your own due diligence when handling them. I would make sure you're wearing safety glasses, never point it towards your face or your body, and dispose of it properly if you're not going to reuse it. If you're happy with the content so far, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're alerted whenever I release a new video like this one, or this one. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.